Kei ngā karangatanga o te kuru matarirehu, puta noa I te motu ngā rauru, ngā mangainga, tēnā no rā koutou katoa, nau mai anō ki tō tātou marae e hora atu nei. Kāti, kei te huri te tokomaha ki ngā rongoā take o te Māori hei oranga I nei rānei. Rongoā Māori is experiencing a powerful resurgence as more New Zealanders, kaua ko te Māori anake, turn to traditional healing. Nā, te koutou ki muri nei, ka ki atu a Tanya Filia he kaiako I te tai tokerau, ka mate ia I te mate pukupuku ki ngā roro. 10 years ago, Northland teacher Tanya Filia was told she had terminal brain cancer. She turned to Rongoā Māori and changed the course of her life. Lee Marama McLaughlin travelled to Hokianga to hear her remarkable story.
Go to the harbour on the incoming and the outgoing tides, and on the incoming tide I talk to atua, speak with Tangaroa privately, and I ask him to bring in on the incoming tide any taonga that I need to sustain and nourish my body, and especially my heningaro. On the outgoing tide I send out any mamai, any raru, any pain, and he takes it all away and sends it up to the heavens, to my tupuna.
He oranga no ngā wai o Hokianga Wakapau Karakia, no ngā whenua hoki o ngā mātua tipuna. Rima te kaumārua te Pākeke o Tanya Filia, hei tāna koinei te rongoā e waka ora ana ia.
This is our marakai, and our marakai feeds our whānau, and it's spray-free. John does the mahi, turns over the soil. Instead, I stand here and I, honey, can you get me a bok choy, please? Not that one, love, the next one over.
Toko whā ana tamariki, a kaore he mea hei tohu I te upoko pakaru o tēnei whaia, ki te wai oranga mōna I roto I te koutou.
When we first started speaking about Rongoā Māori and me using and taking Rongoā Māori, there was a number of GPs that I had different conversations with. But how do you know it's okay for your body?
Ko tā Tanya, kaore he mea I tu atu.
In 2013, I started losing words and having massive amounts of headaches. And I thought to myself, something is wrong. So went to the doctor. Long story short, ended up in Whangarei Hospital where I had a scan, and they found that I had a grade 4 glioblastoma brain tumour. My husband showed up and I told him, and we had a massive tangi, and I thought about my kōtiro, thought about my pōtiki welo, and thought, what am I supposed to do with that? It's devastating. Your whole world ends and it's devastating.
E ai kia Tanya tuki ana tōna hinengaro I ngā tono ki te wai ngā tikanga Pākehā. He kokoti hei tango I te nuinga o te pukupuku, he haumanu mātū, he haumanu irapuke ngā tikanga whaioranga.
No conversation at all about anything else. It was this way, highway, or no way. You know, we're talking 42 treatments of radiation directly to my brain.
Engari I te taurua mano te kaumārima, ka pā mai anō ia ki te mate pukupuku. Ka mata paitia, ka hemo ia I roto I te rua mārama.
So all of that was for why? It didn't make me feel better. It was awful. The mask onto my face where they pin you down to give you radiation. I said, I'm not doing that again. It's not quality of life. I don't want a life like that, so.
I taua wā ka tāhuri a Tanya me tōna whānau ki tikanga kē atu. Ka wakarere a ngā tikanga tauiwi ki tāhaki. Ka whai ia i ngā rongoā me ngā haumanu Māori me te intravenous vitamin C.
Rongoā Māori comes from a space of wellness, holistic healing wellness.
What's happening for you during the process of getting a mirimiri?
So karakia always starts the mirimiri and the puria, where they cleanse and prepare my body for walking in that space. And I go to a place where I walk and speak and talk to my tupuna. And so it's not just a massage, like many people assume. It is done in the space of our wairua. So it is good for my wairua, it's good for my hinengaro, and absolutely it's beautiful for my tinana.
Ara, ko te karakia, ko te romiromi, ko ngā rongoā rākau, ko ngā rongoā waiwaiha me te hinu. He mea e wakamahi ana I te hohipera o hokianga.
Practitioners come down and gather rongoā.
I was just up there this morning and they'd come down and gathered a whole bunch to make their rongoā, to make the inu and the panipani and so on.
I bathe in manawa. I bathe in kawakawa. I take matipo. All the tinctures and the oils all come from a place of healing. So I just need people to know and understand that the revitalisation of Rongoā Māori is coming because our people need healing. All terminally ill New Zealanders need healing.
Tēnei me te rongoā, ka hore mutunga te kōrero. E kore tai te whakamārama, nei te hohunutanga tēnei me te rongoā, ne? He rongoā kei ngā mea katoa e kite ana te kanu. He rongoā no kei ngā mea ka ore te kanu I kite ana.
Kaha ana te mahi ao hone me tana tira paurongoa ki te wakatutuki I ngā hiahia o te hāpori nei. He oe, he uaua hoki taua mahi. Tērā pēr kaore he pūtea mō anamata.
E roti I te wā nei, tō mātu, tō tātu hoipere, kei raro I tēnei me te taimahatanga. Take ke te poro haere wetahi o ngā kanataraka e whāngai nei tō hoipere, e whāngai nei te iwi, ke ora I te iwi.
Ka tangoa hau I tēnei me tuku mōhio hei ora.
E wakapono ana Tanya ko te awha o te wakaro o Tawiwi, kaore he mana o ngā rongoā Māori, anō rātau ake ke ngā rongoā e tika ana. Ko tā Tanya me waka wānui ake ngā maimuatanga ma te hunga ma te tuamātangi, me utu hoki I te katoa. Kua puta te rongo o te kai waiwai nei ki ngā tōpiso o te motu.
And our own reflections, oh no, I see a little bit of rail. I'm all right with the Māoris. Are you really all right with the Māoris? Probably not. The main thing is that I believe if a person is diagnosed with cancer or a terminal illness, they should be allocated a set of funds that belongs to them that they can then access whatever healing that they believe in. And people you come into contact with, that's just crazy stuff. You know, that's not even real. How can you believe in that? Because, that's an alternative treatment, is it? You know, it's not. It's not alternative. Who's it an alternative to? Not to me. This is ancient practices. My tupuna do this for us, give us these gifts, this mātauranga Māori. It really comes down to the needs, wants and desires of the patient that's been diagnosed in their whānau. Everything else should not matter. It should not matter.
Do you think you're encouraging people to opt for Māori healing approaches in favour of Western treatments?
I would never, ever, ever say to anyone, don't do radiation, don't do chemotherapy. But it comes from it's got to be an informed choice. So I would never ever say to people, don't do that. This is my journey. Your journey needs to be yours. I don't carry the responsibility of others. All I do is share my journey so people can get a different perspective.
Kei te tautoko hia ia e tōna whānau.
Anyone home?
Hey, Mama.
What you up to?
I just thought I'd come and see how you are.
I'm good.
Fair boy. Hey, Dad.
Just cooking a roast for the nephews. Want to have a feed?
Yummy.
Cool.
Ko Ioane tōna huatāne, ko ia hoki tōna pautoko manawa. Heoi, he aha kei mua i te aroaro mō Tanya.
So Dr. Damien down at the clinic said, I really have a responsibility to make you, to encourage you to come and have a scan. And I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. You're not doing that to me again. I'm not doing that. What if I go and have the scan and they said it's all over, it's so widespread, there's nothing we can do about it? Then what would that do to my hinengaro, to my wairua? And then my daughter said, Mum, you were brave in 2013. You were brave in 2015, and you can be brave again. So I said, okay. So my husband and I went down and went to where I was diagnosed, and it was really hard, but met a beautiful kaitautoko Māori. She was beautiful, and had the scan done. And then Dr. D rang and said, I need to speak with you, because I missed his call. I need to speak with you. And I'm like, oh my God, what's he going to say? So I got him on the phone and he said, I don't know how to say this to you. And I thought, oh, here we go. I don't know how to say this to you, but there is no indication of cancer. There's no lesions. There's nothing. So te ao Māori is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. Rangi nui ki runga tēnā koe. Papatuanuku kei raro tēnā koe. I'm going to be around for my mokopuna. I'm going to be around to see them being brought into the world. Well, our Alicia Maiorangi gift from God in heaven is here, and life is just awesome. Yeah, and the whare is full.
Is it hot?
It's just beautiful. Yeah, no, yum. Doesn't need any more curry, does not need any more toti. Tino reka te kai. So you're on charter from now on, girl. My husband and I had a long kōrero. It wasn't something that was just easy to do. We're going to leave the chemo and the radiation and not do that again. It's a choice that we made, and it's worked out for us. I've been blessed with quality of life, and I've just been blessed enough to get longevity also. Rongoā Māori saved me. There's no other way to think about that.
Fu nui te mana o te Rongoā Māori e karema ka mauhuki te wehi. Kia i te tonu mai, he nui tonu ngā kōiriritanga e pāna ki ngā Rongoā Māori hei wānanga hei tūhura ake mā tātou. Ko wā tātou manuhiri ko Donna Kerridge, o rāua ko Eldon Paea. Hei wherawhera ake i ngā kōiriritanga e pāna ki ngā Rongoā Māori ko Donna Kerridge. Kai whakatū, kai whakahaere hoki a ora Aotearoa, rāua ko Eldon Paea, toihau o ngā rotonga hauara Māori o te kaporeihana hunga whara. Tēnā kōrua, ngā mihi nui o te atanei kia kōrua.
Kia ora, Scotty. Good to be here on your show.
Kia ora. Kia ora kōrua tahi. Eldon, tima tātu ki a koe, nā te mea kai ACC koe mahi ana. How is ACC regulating the Rongoā Māori space in 2025?
Well, since we provided Rongoā as an offering back in 2020, it's been almost 5 years. And one of the sort of key aspects of how we support Rongoā is working with the Rongoā community. We have also worked with experts in Rongoā Donna Kerridge being one of them. We have 6 across the country who are there to provide us steer and guidance and leadership as we address the controls, the processes, the monitoring, and also how we improve our day-to-day activities working with the Rongoā community. And what we found is, as we've worked with the community through their leadership, it's kept us safe, and it's also ensured the integrity of Rongoā is maintained.
E Donna, e mihi ana ki a koe e o mā tauranga e pāna ki ngā Rongoā take o te iwi Māori. Ki o whakaaro, do you think, is Rongoā Māori valued enough in the health system?
I think it's by the people who use the service, definitely. Maybe not by others who don't fully understand what Rongoā Māori is. I think it's hard to value something you don't understand and you don't know. And we could do a lot more to help improve collaboration between those of us who all work towards the same goal, which is to serve those people that, you know, we signed up to serve, and to do that as best we can. So I think there's a lot of wins for us in terms of matching up our respective skills in the interests of those who use our services.
And we just saw a win in the previous story there, and how fantastic Hauora Hokianga is with how they value Rongoā Māori. Are they kind of like the example for all of the other hospitals and all of the other health providers around the country to follow? Donna?
I think they're our poster child. And I think one of the big success for them is that the lead at that hospital is born and bred in the Hokianga. And so, you know, she's working for whānau, she's working with passion, she's working with a team that support her, and it's worked really, really well there. And I think that we could all learn a lot from around the country from them. The trouble is, they're a small group, and their focus is their whānau. They can't come out every time we ask to come and awhi others as much as they want to.
And Eldon, I mean, it sounds like we need more registered Rongoā Māori practitioners, but what's the process to become a registered Rongoā Māori practitioner under ACC, and what challenges do our practitioners of Rongoā Māori face?
Yeah, that's a great question, Scotty. Over the last 5 years, we've gotten better in how we register Rongoā practitioners. But if you're interested in registering, come and talk to us. We have a team dedicated to be able to help people that are registered. There's some forms to fill out. There's some specific requirements and some endorsements. We want to understand the whakapapa of your mātauranga. Also, endorsement from the expert that has trained you and can vouch for your lived experience. Also, endorsement from mana whenua in the area that you serve. It's important that we have a police check, and also there's a requirement that all our Rongoā practitioners are subject to the Health and Disability Commissioners Act, which really speaks about ensuring that our clients are treated fairly, respected, and that there's a good quality care of service. But at the end of the day, if you're interested, give us a call. We've got a dedicated team to help.
Ka pai. And Donna, I mean, you know what we're like as Māori, we sort of tend to attach a lot of tapu to a lot of our, especially a lot of our mātauranga that's been gifted down by our ancestors to us. Do you think that Rongoā Māori should be available for general health care, or is there things we need to be careful about when we're delivering Rongoā Māori to, let's say, people who aren't Māori?
Okay. Yes and no. So I think that there's mātauranga that is tapu, and often that's whānau-centred or centric, belongs to that area, stuff that's been handed down through specific whānau. But then I think about my whānau, and I think, the words of my koro, and they're things like, look, Donna, if they're hungry, feed them. If you can help them, help them. He never distinguished between Māori and non-Māori.
Kia ora,
he just saw it as our job to awhi those in need. And he didn't distinguish, and for me, I don't either. I understand that Māori are hurt, I understand that Māori have suffered like many cultures at the hands of colonisation, but I also know that we're bigger than that. And I know that those of us that were blessed with the teachings of our ancestors, of those that are around us today and the support that they give us, that is really important. I think that we just need to get out there and help each other, not offer criticism. We've not all had the gift of the same kaiako, but to give a hand up, to help each other, to work together is the big thing. That's a big safety network for Māori. You know, you can be the kaia for kapahaka, but you're nothing without the rest of them. And it's the same.
I'm really happy that you and Eldon are working together on this, Donna, because I think, you know, both of you are leading in the space, but in different areas, but working together, I think, is going to, you know, provide the service of Rongoā Māori for our people who really need it. And I always think and always believe that as long as your whakapono is there and you really whakapono, that Rongoā Māori will heal you, it will heal you. So e mihi ana kia kōrua, tēnā kōrua i a kōrua kōrero i runga i tō tātou marae i tēnei ata. Thank you very much for both of you for joining us this morning. Tēnā kōrua.
Tēnā koe, Scotty. Thanks for your time.
Kia ora. Ngā mihi, hoi anō, e whai akene e tiwi, how military knowledge and whakapapa are being passed down to the next generation on the East Coast. Kia mau tonu mai. No mai anō, the nation paused this week to remember those who have served our armed forces, and in Ruatoria, a new generation is stepping up. Here they come. A local cadet program is giving our rangatahi a taste of military life, and for some it's sparking a future career. And when someone with great mana turns up to your march out, it makes the moment even more special. Edna Smith has the story.
Practice makes perfect. And for these rangatahi of Ngata College in Ruatoria, it's been 2 years in the making.
I'm like more of a hands-on person. There's like more hands-on activity at the academy, and I find it more fun to come to school now.
I joined up last year, so I'm just doing a bit of a relapse, but I just thought it would be a good buzz, a good change of pace. I thought it would be nice not having to sit down and do work all day.
As the very man who helped mobilise Māori men to enlist in the military watches on, it's a far cry from the time when the main body of the Māori battalion marched out to leave for war in 1940. But history isn't the reason these young cadets are keen to carry on in the army. Rather, it is the belief that they have what it takes.
How fit do you need to be? Like, what are the tests that you need to pass?
The RFL test, which was like a 2.4K run and push-ups.
The cadetship program has been running for 2 years at the college. Naomi and Ariki have stood out as leaders in that time.
The Army over the years have sort of lost their footprint in the regions, in my opinion, in a lot of rural places. And we thought this is, one, an opportunity for our kids, and just exposure to other things outside of our community here in Ruatoria, yeah, and in Ngāti Porou. We have a lot of ex-serving personnel all over the place, and they're really supportive of the academy. The community love it. You know, it's not really a sort of a holding pen for all of our naughty kids. You know, we have got a couple in there, but talking to their parents, they love the changes that they've seen in their kids, and yeah, and that exposure to other things.
Academy, left, quick, march, left, right, left, right, left. Right wheel.
After completing the Service Academy induction course at Trentham Military Camp in March, the cadets had a march-out parade, but wanted to hold a second one at home so their whānau could attend. This one made even more special by the presence of Willie Apiata, VC.
It's like looking in the mirror, whānau, and just the sound of your boots running onto the praying ground takes memories back to my younger days as a young serviceman.
Oh, what was that like?
Oh, that was like pretty cool. And they shook my hand. Oh, he gave us like a quote, but I can't remember the quote.
Who dares wins. Dare to challenge anything in life. But before you take the leap, like I did, just do a little bit of thinking before you go, and the landing's so much better. Ka whai?
Yeah, it was pretty much like do research before you dive into things, so your landing's softer, something like that.
Right. Do you kind of understand what he means by that?
Yeah, don't go head on to stuff.
It was kind of nervous because the big name come over and just see us walk around, march around. But it was a good buzz.
What's he like?
Oh, he's nice as. I thought he was going to be one of those hard as blokes, but no, he's a top man.
Did he say much to you fellas, or?
Not really, but all I can remember is how much of a buzz it felt like to have bros. When he came over to me and have a little yarn, it was he was just saying all about having good mates.
The honour of the Victoria Cross is familiar to this community. Just across the road at Whakarua Park 82 years ago, a ceremony was held to receive the medal awarded to Moana Nuia Kiwa Ngarimu and presented to his parents, attended by 7,000 Māori. Luckily for these cadets, war is not imminent, but the intensive training involved to be ready for anything is something Naomi has already made her mind up about.
I've applied.
How was that? Was that exciting?
Oh yeah, it was like, oh, I'm actually gonna do it, you know.
Serving in the army is in her whānau, and Anzac Day is a time to reflect on her papa's war efforts.
His name's Campbell Keelan, and he went to Vietnam. Him and his brother went. But I didn't really know him that well.
While enlisting isn't the ultimate goal of the Cadet Program, there are certainly signs that it's growing in popularity among rangatahi on the coast.
Last year we had Te Waiu next door, Kura Kaupapa. This year we've had Te Waha o Rerekohu as a school come on board with some students, and also Kawa Mai Tawhiti, another Kura Kaupapa in Te Araro. So it's growing, you know, and they travel down, they do the same as what our kids are doing, so that's been great. So we've had to change not from a Ngata College focus, but, you know, really Ngāti Parau, all the kura.
Your future is yours. What you create, what you build, and what you want to put into it is all up to you.
And with words of encouragement like this, these cadets could soon be following in the footsteps of greatness.
Rawe, that's Marae for this week e Hoama. The team will be back with you again next week. Kia haumaru te noho, hei tērā wiki noho ora mai. Ko te reo, te take.